Graham, today we wanted to talk about our advice we give clients. They've got multiple properties. We generally tell them, hey, separate your lending between different banks, split your properties up.
Correct.
Let's talk about the pros and cons.
So we are about keeping control over our assets and what we do with them. We're about managing risk, which is about diversification.
Okay.
So very simply, control and diversification.
Okay, so let's give some examples. So if there was a natural disaster on one of those properties, they're now experienced out of Christchurch. If you're all at the same bank, then you can't do anything. The bank's going to basically lock things down.
So we're talking about the property was damaged in Christchurch, but the property you own in Wellington wasn't damaged by the earthquake, but you can't borrow any more money against this because the bank has said, whoa,
Okay.
we want to know what's going on.
If they're at different banks, we could continue with one of the banks.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, what about when you go to sell a property and you've got multiple properties at that bank?
So today's a good example of that, is that we have lots of clients who go to sell a property. In their mind, they've got some profit. The bank says, we want to keep all that because we want you to pay down debt.
Okay.
So if you have it split, you can control what happens to that. So back to that control issue.
Okay, all right. Is there any other reasons it's good to keep your banking separated?
Well, it's back to control and risk. Banks change their policies. So this bank will do this, and then this bank will do this one, or they've stopped doing that. So again, you're mitigating that, the change in policy.
The other thing is that if there's a couple of players, there is a little bit of negotiation there. So in a sense, each of those banks know that there's options.
So why would you stay? Why would you have all of your properties at one? I've got 4 houses, I've got mortgages, it's all at, I don't know, Bank B. Why is that a good thing?
The major advantage is the ease of the next transaction and the relationship I might have with a banker at that bank. Now, you've got to be in a pretty good position to have a relationship with a banker, but if they know all of your stuff, then we don't have to provide the loan terms and bank statements for all of the banks, which is a real hassle. So there is some admin and there's a lack of relationship if you're separated between banks.
I don't think admin is a reason to keep things all at one bank. That isn't a big enough reason for me.
Okay.
Is it for you?
If I had a really good private banker at a bank who I could just ring up and I say my circumstances haven't changed, give us another 100k. Now that's far and few between, but for those clients, that's kind of.
Okay.
But I think we do need to put that in that column.
Sure.
Okay. Well, look, those are the things we work through. Everyone's different, and some cases we separate, some cases we may not choose not to. Everyone's different. We need to give advice once we know a person's specific situation.
And that advice is about the future. What's the next period of time look like?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
okay.